Hello, everyone. Welcome to our core stability session. We're going to start our tunes and we're going to start on the ground today. We're going to get into our hundreds. So on the ground, lie on your back. Take your feet flat to the floor and bend your knees pointing towards the ceiling. And then take your hands and bring them outside your hips. Curl up so that your shoulder blades lift to hover off the ground. So shoulder blades and head hover. And then with your arms extended outside your hips, palms face down, fingertips forward, you're going to lift and lower your arms an inch above the hips and then below the hips. Keeping the arms straight, almost as if you're slapping the surface of water outside your hips with both hands at the same time. As you keep those shoulder blades hovering, you're activating through the upper abs, and each pump of these arms, lifting and lowering, is going to create instability through the ab wall. If you'd like to add extra challenge and build on from here, glue your low back down to the ground, pull those low abs in. Option to lift the feet off the ground, keeping the knees bent, shins parallel to the ceiling. If you'd like to take it further, you can extend the legs straight to the diagonal, or you can come back to your home base, feet flat on the floor. I'm doing that today as well. Keep breathing, and in 3, 2, 1, go ahead and rest the upper back, rest the head. We're going to take it to crunches, sit-ups, or roll-ups. You get to choose which one. I'll walk through all 3. So for crunches, feet flat on the floor, knees to the ceiling, hands behind head, elbows wide. You're going to curl up so shoulder blades hover, upper abs working, and then you release. Option 2 is to take it to a sit-up. Arms reach to the ceiling, feet are still planted. Roll all the way up, shoulders stacked over hips, and then all the way back down. When you're in your sit-up, the arms are reaching towards the ceiling when you're down on the ground, and the arms are reaching forward when you're in the up position. So they're always extended directly in front of the shoulders, facing whatever direction the shoulders are facing. The only difference between a sit-up and a roll-up is that the roll-up, the legs go out long instead of feet planted flat. So you get to choose your options here, working through the full ab wall. As we go through today, please take all the options that are going to work for you. Take as many breaks as you need it, and then rejoin us whenever you are ready. Have some water nearby. All right, go ahead and release that. Send your head flat to the floor. Send your feet flat to the floor, knees to the ceiling. And take your hands outside your hips and press those palms down hard into the ground outside the hips. Your head stays rested for this entire exercise. We're going to single leg circles. Bend your right knee to your chest and then extend your right leg straight to the ceiling and point your toe. You're going to draw a circle with your right leg, going counterclockwise first. So you're going to go to the left, down, right, and up through center. You're drawing a circle, trying to keep your leg as straight as you can, pressing hard down through the palms to help add stability. Now the movement here is working on hip mobility, leg strength and stretch, and also low abs. Think about pushing the low back down into the ground, pulling the belly button down to the spine to try to keep the upper body as still as possible. When you're ready, we're going to reverse directions. We'll take it clockwise. So we'll draw our circles to the right, down, left, and up through center. The bigger your circle and the lower your circle, the more work this is going to be, and the less stability you're going to have. The smaller the circle and the higher the circle, the more stability you'll have. So play with those 2 things to find your perfect challenge here. And in 3, 2, 1, bend your right knee and then go ahead and plant your right foot back flat on the ground. And we're going to go ahead and take your left knee and pull it to your chest and then extend your left leg straight to the ceiling with a pointed toe. We're going to draw circles with the left leg now. We're going to go clockwise first. So we're going to go right, down, left, and up through center. Still pressing down into the ground hard with the palms outside the hips to add extra stability, extra support. Gluing our low back down to the ground as tight as we can. Think about pulling that belly button down, zipping up through those low abs, and breathing. You've got it. Think about hip mobility here. And when you're ready, let's reverse directions of our circle. So now counterclockwise, left, down, right, and up through center. Try to think about lengthening through the back of the knee, really feeling that contraction through the thigh. And in 3, 2, 1, go ahead and bend that left knee and send both feet now flat to the floor, knees to the ceiling. We're going to take it to our single leg stretch, so the upper abs are going to come back into the picture. You're going to go ahead and hug your right knee to your chest and peel those shoulder blades off the ground. Take your arms and wrap them around the right shin, really hugging it into your chest. You have the option to keep the left foot planted or extend the left leg long, hovering off the ground just a few inches. Then you're going to switch. You hug your left knee to your chest, right leg goes long. Hug your right knee to your chest, left leg goes long. So the entire time you're switching the legs, which knee you're hugging to your chest, you're keeping the shoulder blades hovering an inch or two off the ground. So this is a lot of work through those upper abs. And then you're getting work through the lower abs. Every time you release the knee from the chest and extend it, either towards the floor or to hover. And you're getting oblique work, side abs, because we're working one side and then we're working the other. And in 3, 2, 1, hug both knees to your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug, and maybe you rest your head for a brief moment to give your upper abs a break. When you're ready, you come back into your nice tight ball, shoulder blades hovering, and from here, you're going to extend your arms and legs long away from the torso, and then you're going to hug everything back into a ball. So legs extend straight to the diagonal, and the arms can circle out to the sides and then up behind the shoulders, and then hug everything back in. So now the challenge here is upper and lower abs. As the legs extend, you want to keep the low back glued to the ground with those low abs pulling down. And then as the arms reach back over the shoulders, trying to keep those shoulder blades hovering. This is extremely difficult. Give yourself grace here. And in 3, 2, 1, hug everything into your ball, rest your head, set your feet flat down to the floor, give yourself a little wiggle. We're gonna take it into single straight leg stretch next. So go ahead and curl up, chin to chest, and send your right leg straight to the ceiling, right toe pointed. Left foot flat to the floor, left knee pointed to the ceiling. Take your hands and reach as high as you can towards your right ankle, shoulder blades hovering off the ground. Option to hover the left leg off the ground. Now switch. Your left leg is going to go straight to the ceiling. Your right leg is either going to plant down or hover. And then you switch, switch, and switch at your pace. Now, as you're switching the legs, your hands stay reaching up towards your ankle or foot as high as you can, which means those shoulder blades try to stay hovering once again. Breathing here. You've got it. And in 3, 2, 1, bring both knees into your chest, send both feet flat to the floor, knees to the ceiling, head is rested. Now we're gonna work with just the low abs, so the upper abs are gonna get a little bit of a break here with double straight leg stretch. So start with your feet planted, knees to the ceiling, and then your palms are gonna push down into the ground outside your hips once again. Send your legs both straight to the ceiling and glue your legs together to make one long leg. Point your toes. You're going to lower your legs to the diagonal away from you, and then you're going to lift them back up to the ceiling. Think about slowly lowering and then quick lifting. Glue the low back to the ground and take some nice deep breaths as you go through. Breathe. So we're working low abs primarily here, so that's why we want the low back glued to the ground. Whenever we're working low abs, the low back tends to want to help, but in order to prevent injury, protect the low back, we want to keep those low abs pulled in. If your low back starts to peel off the ground, make the movement smaller. Don't lower the legs as much. Find your range and then stick with that range. We also secondary have a nice pull in or a squeeze of the inner thighs. Nice deep breaths. 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees and rest your feet flat on the floor. Nice job. We're going to end this section with some cross crunches or some bicycle crunches. You get to choose. So your feet will start flat to the floor, knees to the ceiling. You'll take your hands behind your head, elbows wide. Pull your left knee towards your chest as you crunch, slightly twisting towards that left knee. Set it down and reset. Pull the right knee towards the chest. Crunch towards the right knee and reset. Now, if you want to change this to a bicycle kick, you can. So instead of planting the foot back down to the ground after it pulls into the chest, you have the option to extend it long to hover over the ground. Trying to keep those shoulder blades high. Sometimes when we twist to the opposite knee, our shoulder blade wants to dig into the ground on that side to get leverage. Try to make your twist a little bit smaller to rely less on that shoulder blade pushing and more on those abs lifting off the ground. And in 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. Woo! That is tough. A tough section always. Go ahead and get a drink, shake it out. We are going to come to standing for our standing balance. So meet me standing when you're ready. Maybe have something nearby to hold on to if that's going to feel best for you and supporting you through this balance set. And we're going to start standing with our calf raises. So you're going to start feet hip width apart, toes forward, and you're going to lift your heels and lower them. This is just to calibrate us with our balance. You can have your hands on your hips in a prayer, into a T, wherever's going to help you balance. You can hold on to something if that feels good to you. Feel free to take whatever options are going to help you be successful. All right, now we're going to turn this calf raise into a slow squat. If you want to take your feet wider, you can, but still have your toes pointing forward. So for our slow squat, I want you to push your hips back and then sink them down. Bend at the knees, push the hips back and down, and then slowly come back up to standing. So when you're in your squat, again, hands can be wherever helps you, on the hips, in a prayer, out to your sides, holding on to something, whatever's going to work for you. Now, you're going to take this slow. I want you to challenge yourself. Can you take it even slower? It's going to add a really big burn through the low body muscles and really get those muscles working. These muscles that we're working right here are all stabilizer muscles. They help us in our daily balance, daily activities. When you push your hips back and sink your hips down, you're trying to maintain the knee bent over the ankle, tracking over the ankle. If the knee sends too far forward, focus on pushing those hips back first, and that should get your knees where you want them. All right, we're gonna build onto this. Always options to stick with where we're at or add on what I'm adding on, okay? So we're gonna add on a high knee. This can look however you'd like it to look. So I'm gonna take a slow squat, and we're gonna work right side. I'm gonna stand tall and come to a right high knee. So I'm gonna bend my right knee, bring it up towards hip height, and then reset and squat. You have a couple of different options here. You can squat, stand, high knee, reset, squat, or you can blend and fuse the moves together. Do your high knee as you stand, reset as you get back into your squat. You choose what this looks like for you. The slower you go, the more challenging this becomes. Ooh, almost tipped over. Okay, now option, I'm gonna add another option here to add a twist at the top of the high knee. So you're squatting, you come to a stand, you get to your high knee. Option to twist your core, your torso to the right, and then reset and repeat. So when the knee is up, you have the option to twist towards the knee and then come back to your starting position. So when you twist towards the knee, it's the upper body, it's the core, it's the chest, it's the nose, twisting to that right side. So now instead of working balance just front and back, we're adding in the transverse plane. Extra challenge. And next up, when you're ready, both feet flat, we're gonna squat pulse, everyone's favorite. So you're gonna get into your squat as low as you can, and then from here, you're gonna raise your hips an inch and then lower them an inch. Raise your hips an inch, lower them an inch. So you're always in your squat, you're just lifting and lowering an inch from your lowest point. Pull your belly button into your spine. It's gonna help protect the back. Gently pull those shoulder blades together so that your collarbone is proud and you're not fully tipped over here. In 3, 2, 1. Leave your feet where they are, straighten your legs. Now you tip over all the way down. Reach the fingertips towards the floor. Forward fold. If it feels good to have your feet narrower or wider, feel free to take those options. Let the head hang heavy, let the arms hang heavy. And when you're ready, slowly roll on up to a standing position. We're gonna take it from the top with our calf raises. Feet hip width apart, toes forward, heels lift and lower. You've got it. Breathe. Heels up and heels down. The slower you go with this one, again, the more challenging it becomes. So play with your pace. So we're just recalibrating here. We're gonna do everything we just did on the left side this time. All right, when you're ready, take your feet about shoulder width apart, toes still stay forward, and you take it to your slow squat. Hips push back, then they sink down. Trying to get those hips down towards knee level. Get a nice deep squat. How slow can you go? Keep those knees tracking over the ankles. That's accomplished by pushing the hips back. Pull the belly button into the spine. Try to keep that collarbone wide. How we do that is we gently pull those shoulder blades together. Lots of squats, I know. We can do this. Just know everything I'm doing too. We're all in this together. Okay, now we have the option to add the high knee, okay? So you start with your slow squat, and then this time when you come up, the left knee is gonna come up. So remember your options. You have the option to blend them together. Stand as you do the high knee, squat as you plant your foot down, or stand, high knee, reset, squat. So do whatever's gonna be most challenging for you, whatever's gonna get you where you need to be. I'm turning my fan all the way up. It's getting spicy in here. Okay. Now, option to add that twist. So you do your slow squat, option to twist the chest towards that high knee. Okay? Again, these are all options. You pick which bus stop you're getting off at, right? These are all bus stops along the line. Where's yours? You got it. Tricky, tricky balance move. This is not easy. Nothing we do is easy. You are all strong. All right, when you're ready, we take it to our squat pulses. Both feet down, squat pulses. You go up an inch and down an inch from your lowest point, pulsing, really firing up all those stabilizer muscles in the low body. And in 3, 2, 1, forward fold. Straighten your legs, reach those hands down to the ground. Let the crown of your head come towards the floor. You breathe. Release it. Take this moment and embrace it. We are going to come back down to the floor after this stretch. And go ahead and release. Take a nice deep breath. I'm going to get a drink and we will meet on our backs for some more core focused work. All right. We start in our corkscrew. So lay on your back, head rested, and send both feet to the ceiling. Glue your legs together. Once your legs are glued together, point your toes, squeeze your inner thighs nice and tight, and try to fight for the straightest leg you can get. Push your palms down into the ground, pressing them down into the ground outside the hips. Draw a circle with your legs, and then once you get to the top of that circle, reverse your direction. So we're alternating clockwise and counterclockwise. Now, the goal here with corkscrew is low abs once again. But because we've added this circle motion, that's also hip mobility, that's also obliques, side abs to help keep us centered, and we've also got that inner thigh squeeze. Breathe nice and deep here. You choose how big the circle is, once again, and you choose how high it is. The higher and the smaller the circle is, the more support you're gonna have. Start there and build on. Press hard down through the palms. That's gonna help be an extra stabilizer, as we want the torso to be still. We want the torso to be silent, like a cinder block glued in place. 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees. Send your feet flat to the floor. Give yourself a wiggle if you need to. And we are gonna go into our dead bugs next. So for our dead bugs, your head remains rested on the ground. Your arms reach to the ceiling. And then pick your feet up off the ground, knees bent, stacked over the hips, shins parallel to the shins are parallel to the ceiling, knees are bent, stacked over the hips, arms are to the ceiling. You're gonna extend your left leg long to hover over the ground as your right arm reaches back behind the shoulder, and then you're gonna reset. Switch sides. Right leg long, left arm extends. So opposite arm, opposite leg are extending away from the torso, and then you come back through center. So dead bugs, the goal here is again some more low abs. So glue the low back down to the ground, pull the belly button into the spine, and then you switch. Switch and switch. With the opposite arm, opposite leg, that's gonna pull the obliques into the picture, the side abs, to help stabilize again the torso, cemented down. Glue the low low back. And then 3, 2, 1, rest your feet flat to the floor, knees to the ceiling, and then your hands can come down to the ground outside the hips, palms pressed down. We're gonna take it into a glute bridge next, and the glute bridge is gonna stretch out those hip flexors that are probably screaming right now. So press your palms down into the ground outside the hips. For our glute bridge, we lift our hips towards the ceiling, and we feel our vertebrae, starting with our tailbone, lift off the ground one at a time. Our shoulder blades and upper back head stay glued, and then we lower our spine, lower our hips back down to the ground, and we repeat. So hips lift, we squeeze those glutes, let the tailbone come up first. Those vertebrae in the low to mid back come up one at a time, and then they reverse all the way back down. As you're doing this, push hard through the palms. That's going to help give you extra activation, and that's also going to help give you extra support as well. The higher you lift those hips, the more you'll feel that stretch through those hip flexors that are working when we do our low abs. Those hip flexors work a lot when we bring our legs into the picture. So lifting the hips up, that's going to stretch those hip flexors nice and big. So as you're doing your glute bridges, think about your pace. You can choose the pace that you're going with your hips lifting and lowering. The slower, the more burn, the more time under tension you have for each rep. But the faster you go, the more reps you get in. So kind of pick your poison here, decide what's going to be good for you today. Now, if you'd like to add an extra challenge to this, today I'm going to offer the challenge of stepping your feet further away from your glutes as you do your glute bridges. The further you pull your feet away from your glutes, the more work you're going to feel through the backs of the legs. Keep breathing. All right, and then 3, 2, 1. Let those hips come back down to the ground. And I want you to pull your knees to your chest. Head stays rested. Palms can stay pushing down into the ground outside the hips. Now, extend your left leg to the ceiling as you extend your right leg long to hover off the ground, and then pull both knees to your chest and then switch. Right leg to the ceiling, left leg hovers. So knees come to your chest, that's your little rest. And then you're gonna extend your legs straight, one up, one to hover. Now, if hovering your leg doesn't feel great, always the option to plant that foot flat on the floor and fight to get that leg that's going to the ceiling nice and straight. So you have options. Feel the stretch through the back of the leg for the leg that's reaching up to the ceiling. Feel the engagement through the thigh of the leg that's towards the floor. And feel the low abs pull down to help stabilize through the upper body. This is another one. We want the upper body still as a cinder block. Or like a brick, weighted down to the ground, nice and strong, pushing energy through the floor. And in 3, 2, 1, pull both your knees to your chest. Give yourself a little wiggle if you need. We're going to take it to our upside down tabletop toe taps. So now, instead of knees to your chest, I want your knees to be directly over the hips, shins parallel to the ceiling, knees bent, toes pointed. Now, when you are ready, you're going to take your right toes and tap them on the ground, and then you're going to bring them back up. Switch. Left toes tap on the ground, and then bring them back up. So this is another low ab exercise when we do one leg at a time. That's also obliques. And you're going to play with this here. So from this starting position, if you want more, you can tap your toes further away from you when they touch the ground, and that's going to add more resistance, more work. Or you can tap them right down, straight down. When your knees are up, think about having them over the hips. They're going to want to creep towards the chest. That's going to pull some work out of the abs, so try to keep them stacked over the hips or even further away from the hips for more work. Keep that low back glued to the ground. If the low back starts to come off the ground, change your range of motion, get back into your groove, and then work from there. And then 3, 2, 1. Nice job, everybody. We are going to go ahead and take it to a little bit of a movement and stretch. So feet are gonna go flat to the floor, knees to the ceiling. You're gonna pull your right knee to your chest, and then you're gonna extend your right leg to the ceiling, nice and straight, toe pointed. And then you're gonna hover your right leg off the ground. So you're gonna lower it and then reset. Keep staying on the right. Right knee pulls to chest, nice and bent. Right leg straightens, points the toe to the ceiling, and then you extend the leg to hover off the ground. Knee to chest, toes to ceiling, hover. Knee to chest, toes to ceiling, hover. Push down through your palms outside your hips. Feel this fluid motion, hip mobility. Feel the squeeze through the thigh as you fight for that straight leg, as you point your leg to the ceiling. And then that low ab and oblique pull as you hover the leg over the ground. And in 3, 2, 1, right knee to your chest, and then just set it back down. We're gonna reset. So right foot flat, right knee to the ceiling. Pull your left knee to your chest. Extend your left leg to the ceiling, nice and straight, and then hover your leg off the ground. Knee to chest, nice and bent, leg straight to the ceiling, leg hovers, and then reset. Knee to chest, leg straight, hovers. Knee to chest, leg straight, hovers. Breathing as you go. And in 3, 2, 1, rest. Both feet come flat to the floor, knees to the ceiling. We're gonna take it to a side crunch. So you have the option to keep the feet flat to the floor, knees to the ceiling if you need to, or you can send both legs straight to the ceiling. From here, you're gonna either take your hands behind your head, elbows wide, or reach your hands towards your toes and crunch. So we're gonna take it to reach towards your left toes, crunch, reach towards your right toes, crunch. So making your obliques offset right and left. So if your legs are up, you're either with your hands up towards your feet, your hands are either reaching towards the ankle and then the other ankle. If your hands are behind your head and you're doing your crunch, you're just doing a slight offset, slight twist to the right, slight twist to the left as you do your crunch. And if your feet are on the ground, you can either reach your hands to the outside of each thigh as you crunch, or again, have those hands behind the head or hands across the chest. So you make it what you need it to be. The goal is all the same, obliques, upper abs. And in 3, 2, 1, bend your knees, rest your head, rest your feet. We are gonna take it to a sitting position to continue getting into those obliques. So go ahead and sit on the ground. So your shoulders stacked over the hips, sitting nice and tall. Feet flat to the floor, knees point towards the ceiling. We are gonna start by twisting our torso right and left. I like to start with this with my arms reaching forward. So if that's you, that's great. So feet flat on the floor, knees to the ceiling. You're sitting tall. Twist your torso right and left. My arms are extended out directly in front of my shoulders, palms face each other, fingertips forward. From this position, keep twisting, but now I want you to think about sinking your shoulders back. The more you sink your shoulders back and they fall behind the line of the hips, the more you're gonna feel work through the abs. So you choose your range, you choose how far they sink back. Good job. Now you have the option, if you'd like, to lift your feet off the ground. So if you are lifting your feet off the ground, the shins become parallel with the ceiling. And I want you to think here about the legs. I want them to be completely still in whatever position they have. I want you to maintain that stillness. So sometimes when we do our twist through our core, our hips want to get involved. And if our hips get involved, they're trying to save the obliques from doing all of the work. But we actually want all the work in the obliques. So tell those hips to be quiet, be still, keep that twist in the core like you're wringing out a bath towel. And keep those legs still. If the legs are starting to move, that means that the hips are trying to take some of that movement. Make the movement smaller, reset, work from there. And in 3, 2, one. Nice job, everybody. Go ahead and set your feet down if they were up and extend your legs long in front of you on the ground. We're gonna take it to a spine twist, some more obliques, some more wringing out the abs, okay? So legs extended long in front of you, nice and straight as they can. If they have to have a little bit of a bend in them, that's okay. And then you're gonna take your arms into a T shape. So your right fingertips reach right, your left fingertips reach left, long outside of the shoulders. Then your shoulders are gonna stay stacked over the hips. You're gonna twist your torso to the left, keeping your arms wide, come back through center, twist your torso to the right, come back through center. Now, as you're doing this movement, think about exhaling as you twist to the side, inhaling as you come through center, keeping those arms nice and wide to the T, keeping the shoulders over the hips in space the entire time you go through. Trying to keep your legs straight as well, as much as you can. Lift through the crown of your head, try to sit tall. And in 3, 2, 1, let those arms come down and then let your legs come a little bit wider than the shoulders or the hips. You choose how wide is wide. So you're still stacked, sitting shoulders over hips, legs extended long, and you take those arms back into that T shape. You're gonna twist and you're gonna take your right pinky on your hand and reach towards your left pinky toe. So you're going forward and twisting, and then you come back through center, switch sides. Left pinky to right pinky toe, come back through center. Twisting as you exhale and reach. Inhaling to come through center. Try to sit tall with every inhale as you come through center before you go back into your twist and reach. More obliques, but we're also going to stretch through the backs of the legs here. It's kind of nice. All right, and then 3, 2, 1, release that. Nice job. We are gonna transition to working and strengthening the backside of the body for most of the rest of the workout. So I'm gonna get a drink. We're gonna transition to a tabletop position. So we're gonna be on all fours, our hands and our knees. I just got my drink. So we're gonna start with tabletop position. So your hands are underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips, your back is flat, your head is in line with your spine. From here, I want you to extend your right leg long back behind you so it's extended straight at hip height. And then bring it back, bend that right knee, bring it right back underneath the hip. Then we take it to the left side. Left leg extends long, back behind you, in line with the left hip, and then reset. And then we take it to the hands. The left hand can reach forward at shoulder height, arm extended nice and long, palm faces right or in, and then reset. Right arm forward, palm faces left, reset. And we'll just take it through right leg, left arm, right arm. And as you're going through these one at a time, I want you to think about keeping your back as flat as you can, balancing your favorite treat on your back. What is my favorite treat? I had a burrito bowl yesterday. So I'm pretending to balance my burrito bowl on my back today. Go through this movement, keep your back flat. Your head is gonna wanna fall. Keep your head in line with your spine. Keep your belly button pulled into your spine. That's gonna help. The low back is gonna wanna cave every time you extend your leg behind you. If you have a nice sharp pull of that belly button in and you make sure the leg does not go higher than hip height, that's gonna help protect the low back, keep the abs engaged, and work the back side of the body. Okay, we're gonna build on now. So finish your little circle set wherever you're at, and we're gonna extend opposite arm, opposite leg. So your right arm and the left leg will extend back and forward. So right arm forward, left leg back. Come back through center, switch sides. This is a bird dog, okay? If this bus stop isn't working for you, you can always go back to one arm, one leg at a time. Head stays in line with your spine, belly button pulls in. The leg that's on the ground as you're extending is gonna wanna tense up. Try to think about relaxing the top of the foot and pressing the top of the foot into the ground as the other leg extends. That can help. Keep your head in line with your spine. And in 3, 2, 1. Come to all fours. Once again, we are going to reset and we're going to get onto the front side of our bodies lying down. So lie down, belly down, face down, legs long, and then take your hands underneath your shoulders, palms down, fingertips forward, and then bend your elbows and kind of tuck them in towards your ribs. We're going to start with a swan adaptation. So you're going to press into your hands and lift your chest off the ground just a few inches, and then you're going to lower it on back down. Go ahead, press through the palms, lift the chest, and lower back down. Think about squeezing through the shoulder blades, opening through the chest and the collarbone, keeping those legs long behind you. Press the tops of your feet down towards the ground. We're starting with the upper back. You got it. Try to keep the collarbone wide. Pull those shoulder blades together. You'll feel the contraction through the muscles surrounding and stabilizing the spine, and you'll also feel that opening through the chest. Finding your perfect range. If something doesn't feel good, adjust it. And now, go ahead and stack your palms, one on top of the other, elbows bent, pointed out to the sides. So my left palm faces down, left fingertips point right, right palm stacks right on top of that left palm. That's just somewhere for me to rest my head. So my forehead's gonna rest on the tops of my hands. And we're going to focus on the low body. Squeeze your legs together as tight as you can. Sometimes they won't touch, sometimes they will, depending on your hip mobility. So squeeze them together. If they touch, great. If they don't, still squeeze them together as mightily as you can. And then you're going to lift your legs just an inch or two off the ground and then lower. Lift your legs and lower. So it'll just be an inch or two. As you're doing this, think about pressing your hip bones down hard into the ground and pulling your belly button to your spine for a nice engagement as the legs lift just a tiny bit and lower. You got it. And in 3, 2, 1, rest those legs. Now you're going to take your arms out by your side, so hands outside the hips, and we're going to add both of those movements together. We're going to lift the chest and the legs off the ground. And when you do so, think about exhaling to lift, inhaling to reset. So upper and lower body lift off the ground and reset. So the hips and the belly stay down. The upper and lower body lift a couple inches and lower. How high or how long can you hold that hold? Can you hold it for an extra second before you release back to the ground? Now, if you want to add shoulder mobility, again, I'm adding another bus stop. Feel free to take it or don't. So as you lift, you can sweep your arms out to the sides, up in front of the shoulders, and then sweep them back down by the hips to reset. So lift, arm sweep out and up, lower, arm sweep back to the sides. Always options. And in 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job, everybody. All right, we are gonna go ahead and take it to our windshield wipers, and then we'll get into our glutes. So for windshield wipers, again, just find a nice place for your forehead to rest. If that's on stacked hands, that's great. And then you're resting your head. Pull your heels towards your bottom so your knees are bent. Let your feet fall right, come through center, and let them fall left, come through center. So as your feet fall right and left, you'll feel the rotation through the hip joint. Maybe release any extra tension that's held on through the low back. Our little release before we move into a new set of work. And in 3, 2, 1. Nice job, everybody. I'm gonna get a drink of water and we're gonna go into our glute series, which is gonna be side lying glutes. So I want you to meet me laying on the left side of your body. So left hip is down, right hip is up. Okay, so on your left side of your body, you have the option to have your head rest in the palm of your left hand, have your head rest on your left arm on the ground, or you can prop yourself up on your elbow. That's what I like to do. Elbow bent underneath shoulder. Press your palm down into the ground. Okay, your legs are nice and straight. Think about your body in a nice straight line and flex your feet. And then from here, I want you to just bring your feet a couple inches forward so they're no longer directly in line with the hips, they're just a little bit ahead of the hips. And then you can take your right hand and you can either place it on your right hip or you can press it down into the ground in front of the torso. Pressing it down into the ground in front of the torso is going to give some extra support here. That's the option I like to take in this exercise. From here, you can lift your right leg up to hip height. So it's hovering over the left leg still and it's at hip height, foot is flexed. Kick your right leg forward with a big kick. And then I want you to follow it up with a tiny kick. And then point your toe, kick backward, big kick, followed with a tiny kick. And keep going through. Kicking forward, kick, kick, kicking backward, kick, kick. So the forward kick is a flexed foot. The backward kick is a pointed toe. And your leg stays at hip height the entire time, as if it's sliding across the surface of a table. It doesn't go up or down, it just goes forward and back. This is another one where we want the upper body to be still, to be silent. You might find that your back wants to push backward as you kick forward and your belly wants to come forward as you kick back. We're trying to pull the belly button in as tight as we can as we go through to keep that stabilization. All right, and in 3, 2, 1, you can rest your right leg over the left leg once again. Keep the foot flexed, and we're gonna take it to lifts and lowers. Right leg is gonna lift and then lower back to hip height. Leg is gonna lift and lower. So when the right leg lifts, the toes still point forward, okay? And the leg is gonna lift just an inch or 2 and then lower. You can go anywhere from 1 inch to about 6 to 8 inches here, but the leg doesn't have to go all the way to the ceiling. Just find your range. This is working outer glutes. That's where you'll feel it. Keep working. In 3, 2, 1, release, and then we're gonna take it to circles, okay? So now you're gonna draw circles with your right leg. You're gonna think about brushing your ankles together as the right leg comes through center. So the left leg stays where it is. The right leg brushes the ankle as it comes through. You breathe. And reverse your circle. Nice strong glute series. Stick with me. I know the music is not the vibe right now. I'm sorry about that. And in 3, 2, 1, rest. We're gonna come back to the other side. We're gonna switch sides here. So lie on your right hip down, left hip up. Again, you can use your arm in whatever capacity supports you. Use it as a pillow, rest your head in the palm of your hand, or prop yourself up on your forearm, elbow bent underneath shoulder. Flex your feet. Left hip is stacked over right this time. Your left hand can press down into the ground in front of the torso for more stability, or it can go on the left hip. Pick your feet up just an inch or 2 so they come ahead of the line of the hips. Lift the left leg to hover at hip height. With a flexed foot, you kick forward with a big kick and then a little kick, and then kick backward with a big kick and then a little kick with a pointed toe. So flexed foot forward, pointed toe backward. You got it. Breathe as you go. We are almost there. Trying to keep that torso still. Pull your belly button into the spine. Pull the shoulders back. Make the collarbone wide. And in 3, 2, 1, stack the left leg over the right. You're gonna lift and lower your left leg up and then back down to hip height. Think about engaging through the left side of the glutes. Breathe. So it never goes lower than hip height, but it does come higher, anywhere between 1 to 6 to 8 inches. Outer glutes on fire. And we're gonna switch to those circles in 3, 2, 1. Draw circles with your left leg. Brush your left ankle past your right as it comes through the bottom part of the circle to help keep it centered over the right leg. Foot is flexed. Rounding out our glute work. We'll stretch in less than a minute here. And in 3, 2, 1, switch directions. Last exercise of the day. And in 3, 2, 1, Rest that leg. Nice job. Shake yourself out. We are going to enter into our cool down next. Now we have those serene vibes. Okay, I'm going to get a drink of water. As for the rest of our workout for our cool down, please feel free to follow along with me or do what feels best in your body. I just got my drink and I'm going to start in tabletop position for cat-cow. So hands are going to be underneath shoulders, knees are going to be underneath hips, back is flat, head is in line with the spine. Take a nice big inhale. On your exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, push through your palms, spine to the sky. And then when you need to inhale, you'll dip your belly low, roll your shoulders down and back, and point your nose forward, collarbone wide. You'll go through these with your breath. So on your exhale, your spine is up, your chin is tucked. That is cat. And on your inhale, your belly is low, shoulders are down and back, nose is forward, and that is cow. And you go through these at your own pace. Maybe you add extra movements to them. So maybe you wiggle your hips side to side. Maybe you shift your weight forward and back. Find what's going to feel good to you. This is all about decompressing the spine and releasing through the ab wall. When you're ready, we're going to take it to a pike. Curl your toes under and send your hips to the ceiling. So arms and legs straight, hips up. And then push your heels towards the ground for a deeper stretch through the backs of your legs and pull your chest towards your knees for a deeper stretch through the spine. You breathe here. Maybe you have a soft bend in your legs. Maybe you have them straight, whatever is going to feel good to you. And when you're ready, you can softly bend your knees and come down to your back. Roll onto your back. And once you're on your back, hug your right knee to your chest. And your left leg can either go long on the ground or you can plant your left foot flat on the floor. And you just take a couple deep breaths here. Ease into it. And if it feels good, maybe on your next exhale, you let that right knee come to the right, just an inch or two more to open the stretch through the inner thigh and hip. And release, come through center. We're going to take it to our twist. So your left hand is going to come to the outside of your right knee. Your left hand is going to guide your right knee up and over towards the left side of the body. Your right hip can peel off the ground here. And you're only going as far over as feels good to you. And then your right arm is going to go long to a T directly outside the right shoulder. And you're going to point your nose right. That's going to extend our spine twist. You're going to feel a glute stretch through that right glute. And you're trying to keep your right shoulder down on the ground. It's going to open through the chest and shoulder as well. And when you're ready, come back through center. Hug both knees to your chest. Give yourself a little rock side to side. And we're going to do that on the left side. So hug your left knee to your chest. Your right leg can either go long or foot can go flat on the floor. Whatever's going to feel good to you. And you just breathe here for a couple breaths. And when you're ready on your next exhale, you can invite your left knee out to the left just an inch or so to open up through the inner thigh and outer hip. And when you're ready, you can take it to your twist. The right hand comes to the outside of the left knee and guides the left knee up and over towards the right side of the body, peeling that left hip off the ground. Left arm goes long to a T shape, nose points left. Spine twist, glute stretch, shoulder and chest opener. Trying to let that left shoulder blade sink into the ground. Nose pointing left will help elongate that spine twist. You're breathing. And you release, give yourself a little hug, hug your knees to your chest, reset yourself just a little bit here, and roll on up to a seated position. Extend your legs nice and long in front of you, shoulders stacked over hips. You're going to take it to a seated forward fold. So go ahead and start with your arms outside by your hips. And then as you inhale, reach them out to the sides, up over the head. And as you exhale, hinge forward, reach towards your toes, if not to your toes. Folding yourself in half, feeling a nice deep stretch through the backs of the legs. And then let that stretch go all the way from the backs of the legs to the spine. Release through the upper back by letting the shoulder blades separate here. With every exhale, think about just making a little bit more space for that stretch to occur. And when you're ready, you can release that forward fold and we'll come into our butterfly. So the bottoms of the feet are going to come together to touch in front of the hips. You'll hinge forward from the waist if that feels good to you. The goal here is stretching the inner thighs and the hips. So the closer your heels come to you, the more you'll feel that stretch. The farther your knees bend and point outward, the more of a stretch you'll feel, and the farther you hinge forward. So play with those three things to find your best stretch. Breathing nice and deeply. And when you're ready, you can release that and we will come into our child's pose rest position. So you're going to start in your tabletop, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. You'll take your feet, or not your feet, your knees just a little bit wider than the hips, and then you'll touch your big toes together behind you. Sink your bottom back towards your heels and then bring your fingertips forward, trying to bring your forehead and chest towards the ground if not touching. And then feel this stretch through the entire backside of the body, through the inner thighs, through the hips, the spine. The goal here is to pull the tailbone back as far as you can while you're simultaneously reaching those fingertips forward and pressing them down. That's going to open up through the backs of the arms as well, the triceps, if you press down with those fingers. Feel that stretch through the entire side body, opening through the shoulders. Do a couple more deep breaths for yourself.